Boom shakalaka, as Bitcoin price continues range-bound sideways, we have some charts today showing why this is probably one of the best accumulation zones you will find in a long time. You'll definitely want to stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Happy Sunday everybody. Bitcoin price continues range-bound for pretty much an entire year, but we have a few charts we're going to go over today as to why this range-bound sideways movement is actually the best accumulation you've seen aside from the COVID bottoms. Before we get into it, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, click the notification bell. Also, come join us over on Twitter at the Crypto Love. Also, today's video is sponsored by Synesis 1, so stay tuned till the end for a sponsored review. Now, if we take a look right now, everyone in extreme fear still, because if the price isn't moving up, people are scared. Well, you know, you want to be greedy when others are fearful and fearful when others are greedy. So right now might be the time to be extremely greedy while others are extremely fearful. Overall markets today up almost 2%. Bitcoin at 38,976, Ethereum at 2630, BNB at 381, XRP at 73 cents, Terra Luna at $85, Cardano at 85 cents, Solana at $87, and Avalanche at $75. Now, if you want to know the top coins to pick today based on artificial intelligence and machine learning, over 80 different indicators to pick out the best coins on one of the highest grossing exchanges out there, Gate.io, over 1,000% better than just holding Bitcoin alone. Well, today's coins would be Swerve, Legends of Fantasy War, IME Lab, Ideology, and Aries Protocol. And you could check this out for yourself on Token Metrics. There's a discount link down in the description. Now, with Bitcoin, Bitcoin has been going range bound for like a year. This blue rectangle that I made here, pretty much Bitcoin is range bound in it until, as of right now, it should break out of there by about July of 2022. So the middle of this year. Now, Bitcoin just recently broke out of this downtrend, has been in since November, but is back down into the downtrend and should reach these bottoms somewhere between $33,000 and $35,000 within the next few weeks, maybe a month. Now, this blue line right here is very important, and we're going to be getting into that very shortly as to why that line, the 1-day MA200, is very, very important. As a matter of fact, we'll get into it right now. You see, Trading Shot here is saying that Bitcoin is going to be in consolidation until the 1-day MA200 breaks. This is very important. Now, if we take a look back in 2021, this MA200, once Bitcoin broke the MA200, this orange line, price shot up. And if we take a look, Bitcoin likely will see another bullish move once it breaks the MA200 there. That's happening right now. But there's more charts and better charts to explain this. You see, if we take a look at the entity adjusted dormancy flow for Bitcoin, this $33,000 low that we put in not too long ago looks very similar to previous corrective movements for Bitcoin on the entity adjusted dormancy flow. You could see a very sharp V-shaped recovery for the entity adjusted dormancy flow. Happened once again. Each time was probably the lowest of the lows for Bitcoin before price shot up. And we can see it again right here. This is what the reaccumulation structures for the Bitcoin dormancy flow looks like. Each time this happened where we had this orange line, the entity adjusted dormancy flow, correct, well, we can see what happened with Bitcoin price. Pretty much range-bound sideways movement, which is the same thing we're experiencing right now, this range-bound sideways movement. That's basically the perfect accumulation zone. This is when smart money picks up Bitcoin. They're not picking it up, FOMOing in at $70,000. This is the territory when they are buying. As a matter of fact, if we take a look at the on-chain bottom indicator, so there's a few different indicators that they have here with the cost basis, the mezzanine, and the floor, and you can see that with the bottoms, this has pretty much been a very solid bottom indicator, even for the Black Swan events. But where we are right now, this mezzanine level, seems to be a pretty significant bottom multiple times throughout Bitcoin's history, and right now it's roughly around $35,000. The absolute Black Swan bottom price floor around $27,000. So either way, we are very, very close to the bottom, which leaves a lot of upward territory to where the price could potentially go. Where could that be? Well, if we take a look at the Bitcoin weekly Mayer multiple, where we're sitting has historically been a tremendous buying opportunity. You simply need to remove emotion and use logic to see this. So each time this comes all the way down to the bottom, guess what? goes way up. Again, with the weekly Mayer multiple, when it rests on this bottom green line, guess what? It goes way up again. And right now, we are resting on that green line. Historically, these have been tremendous buying opportunities. As a matter of fact, if we take a look at this, just taking a look at the divergence or the distance from the moving averages, we can see this right down here on the bottom. Every time it's in this green area, we can see historic buying opportunity, green area, historic buying opportunity. Down here, historic buying opportunity. So pretty much everything we're seeing right now is indicating that Bitcoin's price, despite the sideways movement, is a historic buying opportunity. And really what's going to happen is that the price is eventually going to break out. Probably it'll break above this $46,000 area, which could signal a double bottom, and then it'll break out of this 53, where by then it'll be very bullish territory, and at that time everybody will be FOMOing in, but they missed out on the amazing Bitcoin prices while it was moving sideways for pretty much a year. So that's all for today's video. Now on to the sponsored review of Synesis 1. Now this is a sponsored review, so clearly do your own due diligence. This is not an endorsement of the project. I'm merely going over the project, and then you can do your own due diligence, see if this is something you would be interested in. So about Synesis 1. Right now, you can do NSS single-sided staking with 30% APR available on staking.synesis.1. Powered by Solana, you can trade, you can buy, you can do everything right there. Now, Synesis 1 gamifies a collection of AI training data sets in a play-to-earn model. They have their technical light paper with Mind AI last updated in December, and you can watch this video to find out a little bit more about what Synesis 1 is. But who we are? Well, basically, the world's first DAO for play-to-earn data yield farming and an NFT data marketplace for AI on the Solana blockchain. Anyone can collect and stake their NFTs, create data sets to train AI, and get rewarded. Now, it's a dual token economy. They have Synesis and they also have Cannon. And the dual token system is designed to amplify the overall income potential for data yield farmers and NFT collectors. How? Well, they unlock the hidden value stored in human thought and language by turning an AI data into a financial asset through DeFi composability with the Cannon NFTs. The dual token system powers two interdependent operational areas with different missions, Synesis DAO and Cannon Exchange. They've turned 10,000 of the most frequently used words into NFTs that help to train AI on the back end. They also have some play-to-earn games. So the first one, Quantum Noesis. You must use your wits and creativity to solve puzzles that are visual expression of underlying problems in the AI's code. Clear the 12 levels and find the key to unlock the ultimate puzzle, the mystery of consciousness. Also, there's data yield farming. So in the Synesis DAO ecosystem, players stake their NFTs, then they read, provide feedback, and get rewarded forever. Players can be architects, builders, or validators. You can see here they have strategic partnerships with a lot of different well-known companies there. And I'll just scroll through there. And also they've been featured on a lot of different things there. Now, if we take a look at the Synesis token, you shape the future of Synesis. So its sign is SNS. And the SNS token is your reward token in the Synesis 1 ecosystem. With SNS, you'll have collective governance over Synesis 1, creating a decentralized autonomous organization. In this way, you can participate in the directing and shaping of the future of Synesis 1. The utility is SNS holders will be able to propose and vote on new features, language, digital art, artists, and the release of a new Cannon collection. And you can see the Cannon collection here. You can own a word with the Aquarius collection. Cannon Exchange is the native marketplace and NFT minting platform for the Synesis 1 ecosystem. Cannon NFT is an ontology primitive, a fractional ownership unit of the Web3 data utility being used by Synesis DAO. All Cannon NFT holders are entitled to receive claimable SNS and Synesis DAO's governance token based on how frequently the underlying keyword is accessed by AI companies to help train their conversational models. So you can see right here some of the Aquarius collection NFTs right here. You can actually own words. So some other things they wanted me to mention about Synesis 1. There are several ways to earn rewards in the Synesis 1 ecosystem: data yield farming games, passive earning from holding NFTs, fractionalization of your NFTs, and NFT games. There are collectible NFTs, so one-word NFTs are unique because they're pegged to AI. Anytime one of their customers uses your word NFT, says inside a chatbot, you get rewarded. If your word is love, hello, whatever, once they're pinged, you get rewarded. Now, the SNS token is their governance token, and their project is in the process of being audited. They've finished their MVP, and they're building the alpha version right now. The team is a bunch of pioneers, problem solvers, and creators, have worked together across gaming, tech, and AI and blockchain industry for more than 30 combined years. And furthermore, they believe that their project is undervalued right now because, well, they have a working proof of concept for data yield farming. There's a video release that shows a proof of concept for crowdsourcing data for the AI system. Technical feasibility has been proved, and now the building comes, and community involvement will be huge, and there's nothing like this that exists yet in Web3. Also, they have games lineup with the first title, Quantum Noesis, going to be released the end of March, and there's a new game release planned for each quarter. They have yield-generating NFTs with unique NFTs that generate rewards based on the usage of the words by the AI systems who use Synesis 1, and a large number of investors and partners. So that is all for Synesis 1. Make sure to check it out yourself. You can either go to their website, synesis1.com, or click the link down in the description. Thank you for sponsoring the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.